Hello everyone. I hope you are doing great. You are having a great Friday. And today we are having a cooking demonstration live. So I hope you enjoy it. We're gonna have quesadillas, sweet potato quesadillas, and then you can pair it up with an orange. So the first thing you need to know is you need to organize all your ingredients. That's gonna make your life easier. And we are having sweet potato cubes. You can prepare these out in advance. You can roast them or you can pan fry it, and you want them to be a little soft, not too soft, not too hard. And then you can have a can of black beans or refried beans. Either one is gonna work for this recipe. For the purpose of simplicity today, I'm just gonna have the refried beans, and then you're gonna have a mozzarella cheese, or this is a Mexican blend, that's gonna work, and then the cooking oil for you to cook your sweet potatoes, and then you can season the sweet potatoes with cumin and with salt, and the black pepper is optional if you want. Then our tortilla, for this recipe today we chose a whole wheat tortilla, which is big, so you can hold all your ingredients together. And once you have your mise en place, all you have to do is assemble the quesadilla, and in my case I'm gonna use a griddle, so it puts everything together and flattens it out. But you can also use a regular skillet and then just do the work with a spatula or something like this that I don't even remember its name. And then you can do avocado. So this is a great, okay, so I'm gonna prepare my griddle, and I'm going to have the biggest tortilla that I can find. Move this on the side, and then start assembling the quesadilla. The first thing I want is my refried beans. I'm just gonna spread it out so the flavors, I wanna go a little bit farther away from the edges, so so once you fold it, it's not gonna be all over the place or all over the skillet or the griddle. And then, as with everything, you just find your sweet spot for if you like a lot of beans or if you like a lot of X or Y ingredient. You just go generous on that one and gentle on the other ones that you don't enjoy as much. So food is all about enjoyment, nothing about guilt, nothing about feeling oh, if I eat this I'm not gonna eat that. It's always about having that delicious opportunity to just have fun in the kitchen and like what you eat, right? And then nourish your body, which is a very important thing, obviously. Okay, so now we are putting on top of the beans where we are placing the sweet potato, and as I already mentioned, these are pre-cooked because I wanted to be ready for this cooking demonstration. And then, so you have these two ingredients, or actually three, and then what we are gonna do is we're gonna use the cheese. I usually skip this cheese sometimes. Some people is lactose intolerant, they don't enjoy it, or they enjoy it lightly, just in a small amount. So feel free to put the quantity that you feel is better for your specific taste. So this recipe will be available, or is already available, at our nutrition center in the main Second Harvest website page. So okay, so now we're gonna fold it. Be careful that all the ingredients are distributed really evenly. And then, as I mentioned, feel free to use the skillet or a griddle in my case, because again, it is easier for me. So I want to make sure this is hot and nice, and I'm going to put it here, press it, and press it again lightly. The cheese, when it melts, probably is going to spread out my griddle. Not a problem. I can clean it later. So we're going to just wait a little bit, and then for it to be ready. And now we can go to another cooking demonstration which is gonna give you a delicious recipe, and then come back to me to just plate and serve the quesadilla.
Great. Thanks, Diana. And about how long does it take for that quesadilla to cook?
I think it's gonna take 5 minutes, even less.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to go over to Evelyn now.
Hi, everyone. So I'm Evelyn, another nutrition education manager here at Second Harvest. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make a delicious energy boosting smoothie. What's really great about this smoothie is it's not only easy and quick to make, but also utilizes some of the food items you may find in your produce boxes. So let's go ahead and get started. You will need a blender for this recipe here. And along with the blender, you're gonna want 1 whole orange. I've already prepped them here. And really, you're just gonna peel it, break it up into, smaller chunks, just again, for easier blending. Oranges are great for vitamin C, which is beneficial for your immune system. They're also actually really hydrating because of their high water content. Don't quote me, fact check please, but I believe they're like this little guy right here, 85% water. It's made of 85% water, so that's why it's really hydrating, which is fantastic during the summer. And then we're also going to be using 1 whole apple. In this case today, I believe we're using Fuji. I've had success using Pink Crisp and Honey Apple. Goes really well in here. If you want something a little more tart, less sweet, go ahead and use a Granny Smith. Whatever floats your boat. The apple we are going to use today, we are keeping the skin on for this recipe. And eating the peel is great because there's higher concentrations of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants in the peel, and also good amounts of fiber, right? Great for the gut health. Next, we're also going to be using 1 whole carrot, medium to large, no big deal, whatever you may be working with. And again, just rough chopping it, rough slicing it, so it's easier to blend irregardless of whatever blender you may have. And then with the carrots, they're great sources of vitamin A, which is beneficial for the eyes. Oh, and I learned this really recently. Did you guys know that the original default color for carrots is purple? Yeah. I'm like, why don't we have purple carrots anymore, or aren't as common? When did orange become the new purple? Bad joke. Thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for laughing. But either way, both of them are perfectly nutritious for you. So we're going to be using 1 of those, and then follow that up with some ground ginger. You can use other spices if you want. Cinnamon might work well in this. I personally prefer ginger, so I'm just going to show that today. But again, whatever works for you. So the ground ginger, I use about 1/2 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon, but feel free to play around with the amount to work for you. If you don't like ginger flavor, feel free to omit it. The smoothie tastes good even without it. Okay, and last but not least, we're also going to do 1 cup of milk. Today, any milk will do. Today I'm going to be using coconut milk, but you can use your dairy milk, almond milk, whatever you have around the house will work great. And optionally, if you want, you can add a few pieces or few ice cubes to help thicken your smoothie, depending on your preference. All right, so now that that's all said and done, let's go ahead and actually do the action work. So we're just gonna put all the ingredients I mentioned into the blender. And I do like to start with the less firm, so softer ingredients first. That way the blades have something to grip onto. And then you put your harder ingredients on top, layer those on top so that they actually help you to push down the ingredients as it blends. All right, and then I'm just gonna eyeball the ginger here, don't mind me. And again, for me, that was probably 3/4 of a teaspoon. Okay, and after all that, we're going to pour in the 1 cup of milk in there. I'm going to be skipping the ice cubes today, but if you want to add it, this is when you're going to add it all in along with the rest of the ingredients. Make sure the lid is on. I have made the mistake of forgetting to make sure that it's securely stuck on, and boy, was that a nice fun cleanup. All right, make sure this is on. what you wanted to do is just basically blend until it's to your desired consistency. In this case, mine, I prefer it to be ultra smooth. So you saw that was probably about, 30 seconds at least for this blender. But again, might be slightly more or less for you. So let's go ahead, open this up and let you guys see that nice vibrant orange smoothie here. Okay. Here we are. And this does make 2 servings, but I'm just going to pour out one for now so you guys can see how nice and vibrant it looks. And then, of course, as someone who, at least for me, I feast with my eyes, you can always just decorate a little bit with maybe some extra sliced orange right here. And what's really great about smoothies is you can really make it your own, right? So play around with it. If you maybe have some extra frozen pineapples or frozen mangoes in your freezer, feel free to use a few pieces of those instead of the ice cubes. That will really help to boost the flavor of your smoothie even more, and also really boost the vitamin and antioxidants content. Who doesn't want that, right? If you're going to be drinking something, might as well make it worth bang for the buck. If you want perhaps like maybe a spicy hint in your drink, you can maybe swap out the powdered ginger for fresh ginger. A little bit of fresh ginger will help with that. And also ginger just happens to be really beneficial for digestion, helps with reducing nausea. I personally, for this recipe, really like adding a little bit of fresh lemon juice. I just find that helps to balance out a little bit of the sweetness from all the apple, carrots, and the orange, right? So I do usually just about half a lemon. I mean, honestly, there's no real amount. Play with what works for you. And it just really helps to brighten up the flavors. But again, this is personal preference. Everyone's preferences are different. So find what works for your taste buds. And then I mix it in. And that just, again, adds to the vitamin C content right there. Oh, and one other tip, if you find that this smoothie is a little bit fibrous or you're new to drinking smoothies, what I found helpful is you introducing straws when drinking it. Because sometimes the fiber can be just a little bit not as appetizing in the beginning, I'm gonna be honest. So the straw just helps me just intake it a little easier as I adjust. But yeah, there you have it, our energy boosting smoothie. I hope you all get to try this one.
Great. Yeah. So Lara actually says it looks very refreshing.
It is. I can attest to that.
Yeah. And then we asked some other users like what their favorite smoothies were. We have Maya saying banana smoothies. Lara is saying mango strawberry. Mary says avocado and mango.
Ooh, that sounds like a creamy, decadent one. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, and then Wonder Eye 2 says spinach. Great. Well, thanks so much, Evelyn. We're going to pass it along to Diana again.
Welcome back. And we have our sweet potato quesadilla ready. It is really flat. And what I like to use is like a pizza cutter, and then I'm just gonna cut through it and make small slices. And this, as you can see, we have ingredients to make 3 of these. And so these are perfect for family dinners or maybe even lunch. And then you can add your intake of root vegetables and vary your menu really, because sometimes what happens is that we don't really know what else to cook, right? And so, okay. And then here we are plating it. I am going to use avocado, and then we can put it on top, and it's not gonna look as pretty, but then that's why you can have also guacamole, or just play around with your avocado. This is not necessarily the best slices that I've made in my life. And then we also can have wedges of any type of fruit. In this case, we have orange wedges. And this is a tip that I can give you, is that the beans in the quesadilla have iron, and then iron is better absorbed in the body in the presence of vitamin C. So this is what your orange slices will do for you, provide vitamin C for your meal. So basically this is it. It really took me 10 minutes to prepare this quesadilla, and again, a really great option for people who prefer plant-based meals, or if you want to add more variety to your menu. So good.
Great. Well, thank you, Diana and Evelyn.
Oh, and one more thing. If you guys are interested in checking out some other wonderful recipes or just getting more ideas for what to do with the food inside the boxes that you guys receive, go ahead and visit the Second Harvest website and check out our Nutrition Center page. Enjoy, guys.
All right. Thank you.